So, Grammy nominated artist, excuse my voice, decided that at a basketball game it was appropriate for her to give us a glimpse of the past, present, and future by way of mooning us, wearing a thong, opened up at the back for free, easy access, bending over and twerking so we can all get a glimpse of that entire world that is her ass. And people are apparently fat shaming her or making fun of her based on her act and what she did. Now, how do I feel about this situation? Now, there's some arguments saying that the reason why she's getting all this flack regarding her decision to go ahead and wear that outfit without having the decency to ask a friend that cares about her enough to make sure she don't embarrass herself, and telling her that you cannot go out in public when you are not scheduled to perform wearing that outfit at a damn basketball game where you're supposed to be in the crowd, a guest, a regular schmegular person like myself would have been had I been at that game. Instead, her friend allowed her to go out in public, and I'm thinking to myself, was it a dare? Because that's some shit I would do in a dare. It's like somebody saying truth or dare, and you choose dare. They say, okay, go run around the street at midnight butt ass naked and scream for 5 seconds to come back in the house. I sure would if I lose a bet and a dare, but it's because I got dared to. And from what I understand, she was not dared to do this. She intentionally chose to go out there and moon us and show us the right cheek, left cheek, ass crack, and everything in between in this particular moment. So, how do I feel about it? Because people are discussing it, and I want to discuss it too. I'm of two minds about the situation. The left part of my mind is a little bit less rational. It's more so in the standpoint as in, I went to a basketball game. I paid to watch a basketball game. I did not pay to watch a soft striptease porn type situation. And should I have gone with my husband and or my child that's a minor, or a child that's maybe like 5, 4, 6 years old, I do not want them looking at all that ass at a damn game. Or maybe I go with my teenage son if my little baby can't understand what's going on in the game. I just don't, that's not something I signed up for. If I wanted them to see ass, I would have taken them to the strip club. Or I would have taken them to a performance where, there's ratchetness going on or something, because I expect that behavior to be there. So I know how to prep my kid for those situations, or prep my husband for what we're about to see. This particular situation is a basketball game. I was not expecting to see that. And if I did see that, it was going to come from somebody who was scheduled to perform that night. And so I already know that this is the type of artist I'm expecting. So I expect to see something. Like if it was Cardi B or Nicki Minaj or somebody that's, putting themselves out there and have to perform half naked, I expect to see that. But you were an audience member, so you were not supposed to be doing that. For me personally, I don't give a damn if you were so skinny that you fit into some pantyhose, that's your cocktail dress, or if you were big enough to fit everybody in your body. I don't care. Personally, I didn't like it because I think it was in poor taste for that particular environment for you to do what you did. It's almost like you're trying to get attention. And sometimes attention is not good if it's bad attention. So for me, in that sense, the left side of my brain is going hell to the damn no. That was a bad decision. That was a no-no. And whatever friend that told you that it was okay for you to go out in public, that person is a hater. Watch your back. That person did not help you make the right decision. And they allowed you to go out there with your ass out like that, wearing a thong, and not just wearing a thong. You bent over, spread it wide, and twerked in front of the camera. I got a full moon view. I mean, there was an eclipse and everything. We saw everything. Now, the right side of my brain is a little bit more rational the way that it's processing things, because I think she's a beautiful girl. And in all honesty, if I was that big or if I was that size and I had my cellulite and I had all the nice little nicks and curves and all the little bumps and, everything that comes along with the stretch marks and everything, I would love myself no matter what. And yes, if I want to walk around my house or walk around butt ass naked, big or not, with my 6-pack of rolls, I'm going to do it because that is how I'm built, and I have to love myself in order to be able to love somebody else. So my right side of my brain is thinking about it differently, because I did read an article saying that the entirety of how that act of her getting up and showing her ass and twerking came about at the game, it went as follows. She's a huge fan of the team, one of the teams that was playing. She's a huge fan. She went to the game excited, being that she's a star and she has a lot of money and her career is booming. She sat in the front row. And when the dancers came out, because if you're a celebrity and you're going to a game, chances are people talk. They're going to know that this person is coming and this person is well known, because the dancers during, I don't know if it was halftime or whatever, decided to do a performance, but they did a performance to one of her songs, I think called Juice or something. They were performing to that, maybe as a tribute to her. So she got up excited and joined the game because these people are here doing this as a tribute to her. And she joined them while they were dancing, and she twerked because it was in the moment. So my right side of my brain is looking at it from that perspective and excusing the behavior because of her celebrity status and because they were doing a dance to her song, which means that they were inviting her to come and, cheer them on. And so she joined them. So I was happy about that. Another thing is that she did an interview. In the interview, she said that she used to despise the way that her ass looked. She used to not like the way that she was shaped. She used to think that she was unattractive. And because of that, she covered herself up. And she was not comfortable showing her booty to anybody. Maybe she turned the lights off whenever she was getting it in. She just didn't think it was good for people to see her or any parts of her. So for her to come out in public and do this, it's a huge thing. I remember the first time I knew I was fine. Because I had spent my whole high school years being told that I was too dark, go back to the motherland. I was ugly by other black people telling me this, telling me that my hair was too nappy. I didn't wear any makeup. I was chicken head because I used to perm back then. I was just so stupid, ruining my edges with all that. I was conforming to society and not loving myself. And I had no style. I didn't, know what's hip or what was good. During that time, I didn't know how to dance. I wasn't doing the crump dancing, the twerking or the clown dance, all those dances that came out, the Dougie, all of them. I wasn't able to do those things. So I was considered uncool. I was a nerd. I got straight A's in school. And people would tease me and tell me that I was just this bum chick that nobody wanted to date because I wasn't cool. So I didn't find myself attractive. The moment that I looked in the mirror and it snapped and it was like, I have clear skin. This brown can't be purchased in stores. My melanin gives me great safety when it comes to sunlight and me going outside. I'm going to age well because my grandmother just passed away a couple weeks ago and she was 105. My grandfather didn't pass away till 98. So I'm thinking I have great genes. Plus, I'm very curvy. I have a lot of ass in the right way. I have a lot of boobs in the right way. I used to run track and field, so my butt was pushed right up there. I remember the day it clicked to me that I was fine as a motherfucker. And when that happened, I remember sitting there. I got butt ass naked in front of the mirror, and I was taking photos. And my mom walked in like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Taking photos of myself just for me, not even to send to somebody else, just so I can have pictures of my naked self so I can look at whenever I wanted to." So I understand her wanting to, having that confidence now and not being afraid of anything. But I particularly feel like in that environment, considering what was happening, it's almost like maybe it was planned. How did you know that they were going to perform to your song and then think that you were going to walk out the house with that outfit in the first place, unless you had planned it initially already? You were going to give the crowd a surprise that was your booty. So I don't know, but both my mind, I have part of it where I don't like it because I think if I was in the crowd and I was just there to watch the game and I had my kid with me and I was not expecting to see a performance like that, so I didn't prep them, it will feel some type of way about it. It don't matter what size you are, big, small. I don't care, because I think I've seen beautiful people that are big. I've seen beautiful people that are skinny. I've seen ugly ass people that are big and ugly ass people that are skinny. It has nothing to do with size. It's everything to do with what I feel about what I perceive with my own eyes. But at the same time, I understand where she's coming from in the sense that this was a team she liked. And this is a place that she wanted to go to because it's her. She's a fan of the team. And she's the Grammy nominee artist. So she's out here living, doing the best life and doing her. So I think that if I look at it from the left side, no ma'am. But if I look at it from the right side, yes ma'am, I'm happy for you. Y'all leave comments below. Let me know what you think. Do you think that it was in poor taste for her to do what she did? Do you think that people making comments are based on just fat shaming her? Or because they just think that it was not appropriate for her to do it in that setting? Or do you think people are just hating and she should just do whatever the hell she wants to do? Either way, I've seen all. There's some people who are cool with it and there's some who are not. But this is my opinion in the situation and how I would take it. But it just depends on how you look at it, I guess. And maybe that'll help you decide. So don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. This is YouTube Can Be Great, great, great. Yay. And don't forget to subscribe to my Instagram page, YouTube Can Be _GR8_channel. I post news when I see it. I post, information about the videos and information about the giveaways. Y'all hit me up through Instagram and we can all go ahead and get to know each other better, okay? And support each other. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.